Did you know this? Every 30 seconds, someone in the world is diagnosed with diabetes. And the number one culprit, those blood sugar spikes after meals that most of us simply ignore. Today, I'm going to share with you 8 super simple ways to control blood sugar after eating. No medication, no starving yourself, no complicated routines. Just easy habits you can apply right away to keep your glucose under control. And trust me, what you're about to hear may change the way you eat starting today. Ready? Let's go. 1. The order you eat. A secret most Americans don't realize. Would you believe me if I told you that just changing the order in which you eat can lower your blood sugar spike after meals by up to 30%? It sounds almost too simple, right? But science proves it's real. A landmark study from Cornell University discovered that eating vegetables first, protein second, and carbohydrates last creates a huge shift in how your body processes food. Think of it like traffic on a busy highway. If you let the big truck's fiber and protein go first, they naturally slow down the small car's sugar molecules, preventing a dangerous pileup in your bloodstream. Here's why it works so well. Vegetables build a fiber shield in your stomach, delaying how fast sugar enters the bloodstream. Protein triggers GLP-1 hormones, which help your body release insulin in a more balanced, natural way. Carbohydrates eaten last are digested gradually, rather than rushing into your blood all at once. Now let's imagine a simple American meal: grilled chicken, broccoli, and mashed potatoes. If you eat the potatoes first, your blood sugar shoots up quickly. But if you start with the broccoli, follow with the chicken, and finish with the potatoes, the spike is far gentler. Same food, same plate, completely different result. Many of my patients are surprised when they try this. One gentleman in his late 60s told me, "Doc, I didn't change what I ate, I just changed how I ate, and my blood sugar readings finally looked normal." That's powerful. Honestly, this trick is so easy that I sometimes wonder, why don't schools teach us this? Maybe because they were too busy teaching us how to memorize the state capitals instead of how to eat for lifelong health. The truth is, small changes like this can add up to big results. It doesn't require expensive supplements, strict diets, or complicated counting. Just reshuffling the order on your plate may be one of the most practical tools you can use to protect your health every single day. But of course, this is only the first step. There are more simple but powerful habits we can add. 2. A 10-minute walk. Your free wonder drug. Did you know your muscles are like giant storage tanks for sugar? When you move even just a little, your muscles act like a sponge, soaking up glucose from your bloodstream to use as fuel. And here's the best part. This process happens immediately. No waiting, no pills needed. A large Japanese study followed more than 1,000 people for 6 months. The results were striking. Those who took a 10 to 15-minute walk after meals had 73% more stable blood sugar levels compared to those who sat still. That's almost 3 out of 4 people seeing dramatic improvement simply by moving their legs. Why does it work so well? Think of it this way. Muscles working, it's sugar burned. Every step you take is like opening tiny doors in your muscle cells that let glucose slip in. Heart pumping equals better circulation. Oxygen and nutrients travel more efficiently, which helps the whole body process food. Gentle movement equals smoother digestion. Food doesn't just sit in your stomach. Your system keeps things flowing naturally. Now, here's what I tell my older patients. You don't need a treadmill, a gym membership, or running shoes. Just step outside your front door. Walk to the mailbox, take a stroll around the block, or circle the grocery store parking lot after shopping. Even light movement makes a difference. One of my patients, a retired teacher named Evelyn, shared something that stuck with me. She said, "Doctor, I started walking around my garden after dinner. At first it was just 5 minutes, but now I do 15 without even noticing. And guess what? My blood sugar readings have been the best they've been in years." That's the beauty of this habit. It's not only medicine for your body, but also for your mind. Walking gives you fresh air, a sense of calm, and even a chance to connect with nature or your neighbors. It's relaxing, enjoyable, and incredibly effective for blood sugar control. A true triple win. So the next time you finish your meal, don't rush to the couch. Instead, take a short walk. 10 minutes might sound small, but it could be the most powerful step you take all day. 3. Dilute your meal with water. A nutritionist's secret. Here's a trick so simple that many people overlook at drinking water before meals. Not soda, not juice, not sweet tea, just plain warm water. You might think, how can something so ordinary make a difference? But research and patient experience both confirm it works. When you drink 1 or 2 cups of warm water about 15 to 20 minutes before eating, something powerful happens inside your body. The water creates a gentle sense of fullness, so you naturally eat less without even trying. It also slows the breakdown of food, which means glucose is released into your bloodstream more gradually. This prevents those sharp, dangerous spikes that so often follow a meal. A German study demonstrated this clearly. Participants who drank water before eating had 25% lower blood sugar spikes after their meals, and many of them reported feeling satisfied with smaller portions. Think about that. No diet plans, no calorie counting, just the simple act of hydrating at the right time. I often encourage my older patients to make this part of their routine. One woman in her 70s told me, "Doctor, I never realized how much water could help. I used to feel stuffed after dinner, but now I drink a glass of warm water before I eat, and suddenly I don't need as much food to feel satisfied." She felt lighter, more comfortable, and her blood sugar readings improved within weeks. Of course, let me be clear, this is plain water only. Fruit juices, sodas, or flavored drinks with sugar will do the exact opposite, pushing your blood sugar even higher. And ice-cold water isn't always the best for digestion either, which is why I recommend warm or room temperature water. It's gentler on the stomach, especially for older adults. Here's an easy way to start. Keep a simple glass or bottle of water by the kitchen table. Make it a ritual. Sit down. Take a few calming breaths. Sip your water, and then enjoy your meal. Not only will it help your blood sugar, but it also turns eating into a more mindful, peaceful experience. So before your next meal, remember this small but mighty step. A glass of warm water could be one of the simplest, healthiest medicines you ever add to your day. 4. Apple cider vinegar, the superfood for blood sugar. Now, let's talk about something that may already be sitting in your kitchen cabinet: apple cider vinegar. At first, it might sound like just another health fad, but the truth is that this humble liquid has decades of scientific backing as a powerful ally against blood sugar spikes. Here's how it works. The main ingredient in apple cider vinegar is acetic acid. This acid slows down the enzymes in your digestive tract that normally break down carbohydrates into sugar. In fact, research shows it can block as much as 30% of starch digestion. That means fewer sugar molecules flooding your bloodstream all at once, and a steadier, safer glucose curve after eating. A study at Arizona State University highlighted this beautifully. Participants who drank apple cider vinegar before a high-carb meal like pasta or bread experienced up to a 34% reduction in post-meal blood sugar levels. Imagine that the same food, the same portion, but a much gentler effect on your body simply because of a small drink taken beforehand. How do you use it? It's simple. Take 1 or 2 teaspoons of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. Mix it into a glass of warm or room temperature water. Drink it about 15 minutes before your main meal. I often tell my patients to start small. Maybe just 1 teaspoon to get used to the taste. Some find it sharp or sour at first. If that's you, add just a drop of raw honey to soften the flavor, but keep it minimal. We don't want to add more sugar while we're trying to lower it. One of my patients, Harold, a 65-year-old retiree, decided to give this a try. He told me, "Doc, I thought you were crazy asking me to drink vinegar. But within a few weeks, my post-meal sugar numbers were lower than they'd been in years. And now I don't mind the taste at all. It's part of my routine." Of course, a quick reminder, apple cider vinegar isn't magic. It won't replace healthy eating or exercise, and it's not a substitute for prescribed medication. But as part of a balanced lifestyle, it can be an inexpensive natural tool with real impact. So next time you're about to sit down for a carb-heavy dinner, consider adding this simple ritual. A little vinegar before your meal might just save you from that unwanted sugar spike afterward. If these tips are helpful so far, do me a favor, hit that like button, so I know this is valuable for you. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so I can knock on your door with a new video every week. Now let's continue with the most important tip yet. 5. Timing, the golden rule of when to eat. Our bodies are guided by a built-in biological clock, also known as the circadian rhythm. This clock doesn't just regulate sleep, It also controls how efficiently we process food at different hours of the day. When you eat in harmony with this rhythm, your blood sugar becomes far easier to manage. Here's the golden timing window, 6 to 9 a.m. Insulin sensitivity is at its peak. This is the best time to include healthy carbohydrates like oats, whole grain toast, or fruit. Your body can handle glucose much more effectively in the morning. 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Metabolism reaches its highest point. This is the perfect window for your main meal when digestion and energy use are most efficient. After 6 p.m., insulin activity weakens. Carbohydrates eaten late in the evening linger in the bloodstream longer, causing larger sugar spikes. An interesting fact: the very same meal eaten at 7 a.m. causes 50% less blood sugar spike compared to when it's eaten at 9 p.m. That's how powerful timing can be. I once had a patient who always skipped breakfast but ate his heaviest meal at night. His blood sugar stayed stubbornly high. When he shifted to a heartier breakfast and a lighter dinner, his readings improved within just a few weeks. Pro tip: if you must eat late, focus on vegetables and lean proteins and limit bread, rice, or pasta. You'll still feel full, but without forcing your body to fight high blood sugar when it's least equipped to handle it. 6. Smart food combinations. The nutrition magic. Certain foods, when eaten together, act like natural partners. Instead of sending your blood sugar on a roller coaster, they balance and support each other. I like to call this nutrition magic. It's not about eating less, but about eating smarter. Combo number 1: rice plus beans. This classic pairing isn't just delicious, it's powerful. The fiber from beans slows the absorption of sugar from rice, while the plant protein helps regulate insulin release. That's why so many traditional cuisines from Latin America to Asia naturally combine rice and beans. It works. Combo number 2: whole grain bread plus walnuts or almond butter. Adding healthy fats to carbs makes a big difference. When you spread nut butter on whole grain bread, the fats slow digestion, reducing the speed at which glucose enters the blood. Studies show this can lower the glucose absorption rate by nearly 40%. Combo number 3: fruit plus unsweetened yogurt. Fruit on its own can cause quick sugar spikes, but when paired with yogurt, the protein and probiotics balance things out. The fiber in fruit also wraps the natural sugar-making digestion slower and steadier. A Harvard study confirmed that people who regularly practiced these smart pairings had a 58% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. That's almost cutting the risk in half just by combining foods differently. One of my patients, a gentleman in his early 70s, told me, "Doc, I didn't give up bread. I just started eating it with almond butter instead of jam. My sugar numbers dropped, and I didn't even feel deprived." Sometimes it's these small swaps that make the biggest difference. Pro tip: when building your plate, always think about balance. Add a source of protein, healthy fat, or fiber alongside carbs. This not only stabilizes blood sugar, but also keeps you fuller longer. 7. Stress management. The hidden factor. Nobody talks about. Most people think high blood sugar comes only from food. But here's the truth. Stress alone can raise your blood sugar even higher than a bowl of pasta. When you're worried, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol sends a signal to your liver telling it to dump extra glucose into your blood, just in case you need quick energy to fight or run away. The problem is most of us aren't running anywhere. We're just sitting in traffic reading the news or waiting for a phone call. That's why some patients are shocked when their sugar readings are high, even though they ate well. It's not always the bread, it could be the stress. So next time your blood sugar jumps, don't just blame the potatoes at dinner. Maybe it was the stress after that call from the doctor's office. The good news is, managing stress doesn't require hours of therapy. Simple habits work wonders. The 4-7-8 breathing technique: inhale, 4 sec. Hold 7, exhale, 8 sec. Calms the nervous system almost immediately. Just 5 minutes of meditation per day has been shown to lower cortisol levels by 23%. Listening to calming music during meals can help your body digest food more smoothly and reduce stress-driven glucose spikes. One of my patients, a retired nurse, began practicing deep breathing each morning before breakfast. Within weeks, not only did she feel more relaxed, but her blood sugar readings after meals were noticeably steadier. Mayo Clinic research backs this up. People who actively manage their stress experience 67% more stable blood sugar than those who don't. That's nearly 2/3 better just from taking care of your mind as well as your body. Pro tip: build small stress relief rituals into your day. Stretch for 5 minutes. Take a short walk, sip tea, or listen to your favorite calming playlist. These tiny acts may seem small, but together they can protect your blood sugar as effectively as any diet change. 8. Natural boosters. Nature's helpers. Sometimes nature gives us gentle but powerful tools to support our health. Alongside healthy eating and lifestyle changes, a few natural foods can act like boosters to keep blood sugar more stable. Think of them as your body's quiet helpers. Small additions that make a big difference over time. Cinnamon is one of the most well-studied. Just half a teaspoon per day can lower fasting blood sugar by 18 to 29% and improve insulin sensitivity. Sprinkle it on your oatmeal, stir it into coffee, or mix it into plain yogurt. Not only does it add warmth and flavor, but it also works behind the scenes to help your body process glucose more efficiently. Curry leaves, common in South Asian cooking, have a surprising benefit. Chewing a small handful in the morning may stimulate the pancreas to produce more insulin naturally. For those open to experimenting with global flavors, adding curry leaves to soups or stews is a simple way to enjoy their health effects. And then there's the golden spice turmeric. Its active ingredient, curcumin, has strong anti-inflammatory properties. When combined with black pepper, which contains piperine, absorption increases by up to 2,000%. This combination helps protect the insulin-producing beta cells in your pancreas and reduces inflammation that can worsen blood sugar control. One of my patients, a 70-year-old gentleman, began adding cinnamon to his morning coffee and turmeric to his evening soup. After a few months, he reported not only steadier blood sugar readings, but also less joint stiffness. He told me, "Doctor, it feels like I've found small allies in my kitchen." Pro tip: these natural boosters should be viewed as additions, not replacements. They work best when combined with balanced meals, daily activity, and stress management. And if you're on diabetes medication, always check with your doctor first to avoid unexpected interactions. Nature offers us these quiet gifts, and by using them wisely, we can give our bodies extra support on the journey to better health. Conclusion. All right, we've just covered 8 super effective ways to control blood sugar after meals. Quick recap. Eat in the right order. Walk after meals. Drink water before eating. Use apple cider vinegar. Eat at the right times. Combine foods smartly. Manage stress and add natural boosters. Now I want to hear from you. Which one will you try first? Changing the order you eat or testing out apple cider vinegar? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, hit like, tap subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next one. Oh, and speaking of the next video, I'll be sharing how to stop a blood sugar spike while you're still eating. Yes, tips you can apply immediately even while you're sitting in front of that bowl of pasta or plate of rice. See you there.